back, guys, to another episode of D-Tron Does It. Of course, I am D-Tron and I does stuff. And this week, me and my wife were celebrating our 5-year anniversary. And we decided to take a road trip to Dallas, which is about 8 hours away. 30 minutes into that road trip, my wife turned on When I See You by Fantasia. Fantasia. It is 2021. I can't tell you the last time Fantasia released an album. But here we are listening to it. And so it got me thinking, who's responsible for what? Like, who's responsible for setting the tone with the music on the road trip? Or
what's the proper protocol for when somebody plays When I See You by Fantasia?
The proper protocol is to turn that off.
What's the proper protocol when somebody has to use the bathroom?
Like, do I gotta stop right now? Can it wait 30 minutes? Can you hold off for 2.5 hours until we get to a Buc-ee's? Like, these are all questions that you gotta know the answers to when you're getting on that road trip. So today, we're going to address questions like those and many others during this Q&A session about traveling as a couple. But before we get into all of that, I got a question for you. Have you subscribed yet? If not, honey, tell them what to do.
Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, get some alerts. Find out when we're dropping videos, which is every Monday and sometimes in the middle of the week.
And if you decide not to like, share, or subscribe, you know what? I won't even be mad at you.
We won't be mad at you.
All right, so let's get into the questions for today's Q&A about traveling as a couple and who's responsible for what. First question we're gonna be addressing today is a very important. Is it proper etiquette to fall asleep while the other person is driving? So to answer that, no, it's not okay. Especially if I got the night shift. Like, I need someone to stay up with me because we all want to get there safely.
But, this is a big but, I don't like to drive at night. So I usually take the first shift. While I'm driving in the daytime, he's back there chilling. The kids are asleep. If he's done scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, what is he gonna do?
It's not fall asleep.
He's gonna fall asleep.
I'm using an 8-hour drive as the prerequisite for this conversation today. I'm invested in the road trip, bro. So if she whipping, I'm awake. And I feel like that should be the same way. Like, even if it's nighttime and you feel like you should be sleeping, hubby's still driving. So I feel like I should get some partnership in, staying awake.
We have 2 kids. So therefore this 8 hours turns into 10.
True.
If the kids are chill, go ahead and take a 30-minute, 45-minute snooze. But wake up. We all tired. We all need a little break.
I guess so. It's definitely something you should think about. How comfortable is your significant other driving while you are over there snoring in the passenger seat? All right, so next question. Look, who is responsible for setting the tone of the road trip by playing a playlist? Is it the driver's responsibility or the passenger?
The driver picks what they want played and the passenger plays it.
I gotta say I agree. Like, look, the driver is the person who has to be focused. So if your focus music is Fantasia, or if your focus music is Juvenile 400 Degrees, that's what should be on the radio. And then the passenger is just responsible for you not having to take your hands off the wheel to change a station, fix the playlist, adjust volumes. Like, that's passenger responsibility, which takes me back to they need to be awake. Alright, so I feel like we're in sync on that one. I wonder if you guys think that it is the driver's or the passenger's responsibility to get the music right. Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective on who's responsible for audio.
I need to be able to sing. You gotta throw on that 90s to 2000 R&B top hit playlist. Now that got me through, okay?
That whole Confessions album do slap, still to this day. Oh, front to back to front.
All right, next question. I like to have the freedom of where I'm staying. I like to stay at Airbnbs and he likes to stay at hotels. So which is better when you're traveling with a significant other? What do you think?
So as she mentioned, I am a hotel kind of guy. I got hotel points. I like staying at places like the one we're at, the A-Loft. I like the structure of a hotel. Honestly, I don't like being in other people's space when I'm on vacation. And that's what it feels like when I'm in an Airbnb. I'm in someone else's space. I prefer hotels, but I could see how being in a Airbnb, if you're going to an exotic destination, might give you more of a sort of local feel, but I don't like it.
I mean, I do like Airbnbs. Hotels are cool too, but we also have 2 kids. Now, at this hotel, we had a problem.
Yeah, true.
Our 2-year-old was just bumping and running, and we couldn't do anything about it except pack everything back up and move to the first floor. Now, if we had an entire house from an Airbnb, we wouldn't have had that problem. So I also think it's convenient when they have like the check-in option and you got the keys, you can go in and out. There aren't any restrictions, so
I definitely think there's some validity to the Airbnb thing. Clearly, their stock is going through the roof, so people use it. I'm just saying, I'm more of a hotel guy. I like the structure, but I get the Airbnb case for sure. All right, so next question. One of the things that came up as a part of our road trip here to Dallas this week was, when do you stop and where? Do you have a preference? This is Texas that we live in, so clearly, Buc-ee's is the answer to that. If you can stop at a Buc-ee's, that's where you go. And if you've never been to Texas and you've never heard of Buc-ee's, when you come to Texas, you go there. If you don't have a Buc-ee's or it ain't Texas, where do you stop?
I usually like to stop at a Love's that usually has the truck stop like connected to it. Not necessarily just a truck stop, but it's a gas station. There are subways inside of Love's and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people, very open. It's enough room for the kids to get out, stretch. Caden can run around, do whatever that he needs to do. I just feel like it's known. People know what Love's is. So that's where I prefer to stop if there are no Buc-ee's around.
I'll tell you where I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop at a rest area. I'm just not a big fan of those. They feel shady. Even though there's people there stopped and rested, I want to go to things that I know. Certainly, we mentioned Buc-ee's like 5 or 6 times now, but there, Love's is also a great stop. If I gotta stop at a restaurant, I want to go like a Chick-fil-A or something. Somewhere where I feel comfortable. Some people really care about where they use the bathroom, and some people just need a spot.
We're not the kind of people that just need a spot.
Yeah, I like some consistency. Yeah.
All right, next question.
All right, so piggybacking on the topic of when to stop and where, are you guys responsible for stopping every time your significant other needs to use the restroom?
Yes and no.
That feels like the proper response. I'm all about, can you hold it?
Yeah, can you hold it?
Like, if you've got to use the bathroom and you're like, yo, I'm busting. All right, let's find a place to stop. But if you're not busting, like, especially if the kids are asleep, you gotta hold it, B. Like, you gotta hold it until we can get to, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours into that trip for you to be able to go and use the restroom. Now, if you can't hold it that long, I get it. Let's go ahead and pull off and stop for you. But if you can hold it, I need you to. Are you at, like, just give me a cup, I need to go level?
Yeah.
Or is it like, I could go to the restroom? Because if you're there, we're going to wait till you get to let me out of this car right now before we decide to pull over. For real. As a reminder, this is gauging like an 8-hour road trip. If you're 4 hours, 3.5 hours, like, I don't want to hear about stopping. Like, the only time we're stopping is if we're getting gas. Like, that's it.
Use the bathroom before you leave.
For real.
All right, so next question. Do you share driving responsibilities?
I think with the prereq of an 8-hour drive or more, yeah, you do. If we're just riding around the city, we're going to stores, honestly, I drive most of the time. It just is what it is.
He just doesn't want to be outdone by my driving skills. I'm a great driver. He likes to hold on to the handle.
First off, let's be clear about something. If you grab that handle while I am driving, I will pull off to the side of the road and stop immediately. You are in no danger when I am behind the wheel. I need you to stop. You're being dramatic. Yeah, I think that if you're doing an 8-hour trip or more, like, to split responsibilities is almost a necessity. Now, I know there's going to be some people out there, probably a whole bunch of guys out there who are like, I'm not giving up the wheel during my drive. Well, I'm saying you need a break. The rest of the drivers around you need you to have a break. And so if you've got someone capable of driving a portion, I say let them do it. It gives you time to rest your eyes and not have to be so laser focused on the trip.
By rest your eyes, do you mean take a nap?
No, I don't mean take a nap. I mean literally rest your eyes. Like allow them to lay slightly closed but not sleeping. That's not sleeping. That's not. I'm telling you, it's
sound
not
like
sleeping.
Our parents. I'm not asleep. I'm just resting my eyes.
I was just resting my eyelids. It's cool. But that's my take on whose responsibility it is.
I think we're even there. I think it is fair for both parties to drive. Me, I don't like to set cruise control, so my leg cramps up after about 3 hours, so I'm gonna need that help.
It's not really fair for one person to have to do the whole trip.
There and back? That's enough for me, dog.
That's a big no. All right, so the next question is food when you're on the road. We don't want anything that's gonna distract the driver from focusing on the road. But with that being said, when you're in the car, that's gonna be a big thing to consider. So are you guys pack a lunch, pack snacks kind of family, or are you stopping at Chick-fil-A or Buc-ee's or any kind of drive-thru you can get to?
So we're both. So I usually like to have some almonds, chips, gotta have that water bottle, get those ounces in. So we usually pack some snacks that we can just munch on until we get to like a Chick-fil-A.
A necessity to have snacks, but I'm also in favor of grabbing snacks when you finally stop. I don't always bring sunflower seeds with me, but I love sunflower seeds on a road trip. So as soon as we pull in a gas station, I'm trying to find some sunflower seeds and a cup to spit my seeds in.
Or some jerky.
Or beef jerky, which usually stinks up the car.
Exactly. So as a proper etiquette, you shouldn't have stinky food in a car with people. No.
Because I'm the person that eats the sticky food, I have to disagree. Like, I feel like everyone's left up to their own when you are talking about snacks. And if I want spicy jerky, then I should be able to eat spicy jerky even if it doesn't smell great for everybody.
Y'all think that's fair? Side with your girl in the comments. Let me know. All right, last question.
We're talking about 8-hour trips, right? So how long of a stay is long enough if you've got to drive 8 hours or more? I mean, like, can you do an 8-hour trip and then just spend a weekend and then go back home? Does that feel like long enough? Honestly, for me, I need at least 4 days. And that can include the day that you get there or not, but I need at least 4 days between me taking 8-hour trips. I just need my body some time to, relax before it's got to get cooped back up in a vehicle again. How about you, Vinny?
Yeah, no, the same thing. And my thing is, if you got those vacation days, if you going on vacation, take a vacation. Don't just take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Nah, go ahead and take that week off. So I feel like you just need time to, relax and get your mind and your body right. 4 full days is good, a drive back. And me personally, I don't think you should go back to work the next day. Take that day after you get back off too, so that you can adjust and, get back into your routine.
Now clearly this is going to have a lot to do with whether or not you got vacation time or days to be able to take it, whether you got other considerations. But as a minimum, 4 days if I got to drive more than 8 hours for sure. All right, guys, so that's it. Those are the questions that we were prompted with as we prepared for our recent road trip. Hopefully these questions are something that can help you guys in the future, maybe even prompt some things that you didn't know you needed to think about when you guys prepare for your next road trip. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please let us know down below with a thumbs up, hit that like, leave a comment. My wife would love to tell you guys her perspective on traveling as a couple.
The right perspective?
The right perspective. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit that notifications button and get some alerts. Find out when we're dropping new videos, which is every Monday. And if you decide not to like, share, or subscribe, you know what? We won't even be mad at you. Till next time, guys. Peace.